Hello, everyone. How are you? First of all, let me thank every one of you that has been such a dedicated follower to me during this whole ordeal that I've been going through. I just want to thank all of you from the bottom of my heart. Now, if you have messaged me or left a comment and I have not answered it, I want you to please forgive me, because I have really been inundated with all kinds of messages and comments, which they mean the world to me, and I really try to answer every one of them. But if I miss one, forgive me. And believe you me, I have read it. It might have been early in the morning, late at night, but I have read it, and I am extremely appreciative. Everybody has been asking me, how did I get here? What got me here? What got me to Mexico? What made me come to Mexico? And I think anybody that's been following me, or all of you that know me, know that my son passed away in 2008 and left me with my grandson, who was 8 years old, to raise. And I raised him, and he's now 24. In his own life. And so I had gone on into my life, and I had been researching Mexico and Costa Rica for about 3 years now, looking into it and thinking, I really would like to go and just experience it at least once in my life before I go. And last December, I think the majority of you know that I got a phone call that my daughter, my only surviving child, had died. I cannot explain to you what happened to me at that moment. It was as if my being, the woman that I was, exploded, literally exploded. I cannot even begin to explain it to you. And those of you that have buried a child know exactly what I'm talking about. And I have made videos about this, that when your child takes that last breath, that woman that you were before that last breath dies. It dies with that child. I don't care what anybody says. And the reason I know this is because I've lived through it twice now. The explosion of my being, literally, I looked around and my life was like in little pieces laying everywhere. Everything, every emotion, every thought, every part of me had exploded. And I couldn't grasp it. Why? I didn't expect it. My daughter was sick, but I did not expect to get that phone call. And so at that moment, now I did not experience this with Dylan, but with David, because I had an 8-year-old that I had to focus on, that I had to raise, that I had to see. And I was a single grandparent, so everything that was done for this child had to be done by me. And I was going through my grief plus his grief, which was excruciating. So all of my thoughts and devotion was put toward my grandson. Well, when my daughter died, I didn't have a child to focus on. And I literally died. My physical body did not die, but everything in me died. It went away. It went away. I couldn't think. I couldn't concentrate. I could not begin to even think of living. I went into hibernation. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't see anybody. I didn't want to hear from anyone when I came back. And then I decided one day, I said, you know what? I got to get up and I got to get out of this. I've got to do something. And so I got up and I went to CrossFit. I walked into CrossFit. And there was, I think every person that had a little child was there that day with their little child running around. I walked in the door. I almost passed out, first of all, from the anxiety and the anger. I was extremely angry. And I almost left. And then I said to me, Gloria, you've got to do this. You've got to get rid of this somehow. You've got to do something. So I managed to stay and I worked out. But I hated every moment of it. Every moment they were there, they were talking, the kids were running around there. And then there were other people talking, you know, I talked to my daughter today, or my son did this, and I couldn't deal with it. I didn't want to deal with it. So I come home, and even though I went back to CrossFit, I hated every minute of it for a long time. I did not want to be around anyone that had a living child. This is how it devastates you. It crushes you. It takes everything out of you. And I have to learn to deal in a brand new world. So I said to myself, you know what? I got to get out of here. I'm going to get out of here. Now I've got to leave. My son had died down in Blairsville, Georgia, which was just a few miles from where I was living. And I got the news of my daughter there. So I said, I got to go. If I don't, I'm going to drown. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to fall into a hole so deep. So I've always, for years, lived by the deal about what you visualize, you bring to you. You visualize bad, it's going to come bad. You visualize good, something good. And I'm also a firm believer that if I let the universe lead me, that it will lead me to the right place at the right time to do what I need to do for me. So I got on the internet and I had joined this group, I think of women in Mexico. And as I said, I've been researching him. So I put a little thing on there. I put my picture, I put me and my age and everything. And I said, I am a house pet sitter. Does anybody need one? Well, I don't know how I came in touch with Grace, but once again, when you need something and you truly believe that the universe will guide you and you put all your faith in that, and other people call it all different things. And whatever you call it is fine. Whatever works is fine. Somehow the universe put me in touch with the lady where I'm at today. And she had about 50 comments on, I think I ran upon her. She was looking for someone from July to December. I don't know. I said, oh, heck, that's perfect. I'll be gone all that time. Absolutely, that'll be perfect for me. I will do what I need to do for me in order to learn how to relive and navigate in this crazy world that I'm not happy in, don't want to live in, but I have to. Because, see, I'm a coward. I could never kill myself, so I got to live. That's bottom line. So I got in touch with her. I sent her a little message, and she knew my age and everything. I said, this lady, she's not going to ever let me come in the house and pet sit her 2 dogs because of my age at 82. Heck, the old lady could fall. She could have a heart attack. She could have a medical emergency, and, when I'm gone and nobody there to take care of my little dogs. However, it was meant to be. She contacted me. We talked. And it was ironic that she has the same birthday as my son's, November the 29th. We hit it off. Okay, make all the arrangements, everything. I was going to sell my RV and just come down here and say, okay, this is it. But I got to thinking, no, maybe I better keep my RV just in case. You never know. I can always go back and sell it. But I got rid of everything in it except what I was using for the day. And I found out one thing. I got rid of everything in there. And you know what? I was using very little stuff every day. Same old stuff over and over and over. Little bit of stuff. So I started posting my little adventure on Facebook. And everybody got really excited about it. And I'm like, okay, I'll just do a little vlog and, keep everybody posted of what I'm doing. So I think all of y'all saw my video of the day that I went to the airport, went to Charlotte, the Ramada Inn, a disaster. I will tell that to everyone. It was the most terrible room I've ever stayed in, but that's beside the point. I went to Charlotte, got messed up in security, thought they were going to throw me off or arrest me or something because I had a little tiny letter opener in my purse that I didn't even realize that I had. But I made it through, and I got to Mexico, and actually Mexico was easy. Man, they pushed me right through, bam, bam, bam. They didn't even check my luggage. I'm like, well, dang, this ain't so bad. So I get here, and everybody's been asking me, is it what you expected? Is it what you wanted? And I'll be very honest with you, I was shocked. The drive from Cabo San Lucas is desert. Nothing. I didn't see a McDonald's. I didn't see a Burger King. I didn't see an Amoco station. I didn't see a Holiday Inn. I didn't see anything except cactuses and desert stuff. That was it. One way. No speed limits. Oh my God, they got no speed limits. They travel here. So I get here. And as a matter of fact, the first few days, I am really contemplating, do I really want to stay here? Is this what I want? Because it is desolate. And if any of y'all have watched any of my videos, you see it's dirt roads, one little store, very few people around, building going on like crazy, but it's summer and everybody that lives here in the winter is gone. And even the lady came over night before last and said to me, Gloria, are you happy? Is this what you want? Do you want to stay here? And it's funny because the night before I had said to myself, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I should tell her and let her go ahead and find someone else. And the next morning I'm still on North Carolina time, so I'm up very early. And I'm having my coffee and I'm thinking to myself, Gloria, you're here for a reason. You were put here for a reason. We as humans are constantly trying to put the square peg into the round hole. It never works. It never works. So the universe put me here for a very specific reason. And I said to myself that morning, first of all, you made a commitment. You are not going to go back on a commitment. That is not your nature. You do not do that to people. Once you give them your word, you keep your word. And I had given my word. And I got up the next morning and I looked around, and she has her big home, 2-story, beautiful home. And back here, she's got 2 small apartments. Well, when she showed me the 2 apartments, I took the small one. And once again, if anybody watches my videos, you saw me take you around the little apartment. It's very minimal. It's nothing here, nothing. No people, no places to run to, no distractions. And I said, Gloria, this is where you need to be. You are going to learn something here about yourself that will enhance you to go out and help people, help many other people. And so I'm taking this as a place where I'm supposed to be, to learn humility, to learn gratitude, to learn that how blessed I have been, to understand that in America we have everything and we don't appreciate it. I have to wait for water to be delivered here. You don't have running water. You have running water, but it's from huge tanks where they come and deliver it. And so you're careful about turning on the spigot or staying in the shower too long. You recycle here. You have to recycle. Smart. You have to. They won't pick up your garbage if there's recycling items in it. They'll leave it sitting there for you. So I'm learning that there's more to life than what we have been, unfortunately, programmed to believe. And I feel that the universe is going to open up something to me where I'm going to be able to help many, many people, because my depth of compassion is going to be so much deeper. My empathy for every human out there will be so much greater. And I don't know, maybe I'll be an advocate for a group of people, or maybe all people who are downtrodden. I don't know. I know that my time here alone, I will be able to learn a lot about Gloria. And I already know I like her. She's a great person. She's a loving person. She's a giving person. She's a compassionate person. She has walked through many, many fires and has come out. And she has much wisdom and experiences to share with others out there. And so I'm hoping that maybe one day I'll be able to speak at retreats for women and give them hope and empower them and tell them that no matter what you go through, you can always, always do something great. You can always be so much more and so much better, and learn from your adversities, learn from your mistakes, learn from your pain and suffering, because it gives you so much more character. And that's how I got to Mexico. And that's why every day I walk out there on those dirt roads, and I walk out there and I see the way that they live and the way I'm living right now, and I'm so appreciative of it, because it's given me a depth that I don't think any other place I could learn this depth. So that's my story, and I wanted to share it with all of you. And all of you know how much I love you. And I will. And forgive me for my filming, because I'm learning a lot about filming. I don't have an editor. I don't use filters, and I don't have all that stuff. I just talk into the phone or film it, and I go from there. So just bear with me, but I'm going to take you on my little journey with me. And I love every one of y'all. Bye-bye.